Hello everybody, this is your boy Ray again. How you doing? I'm just here. I'm gonna share. This is a journal, so I'm sharing some stories that I had in the past, and I want to share a story with you about my old military days in Berlin. Of course, I'm driving, so I won't be looking at you much. You won't be seeing my beautiful eyes as much. But there we go. I'm still in Philly. Look, this is where I'm heading. You know, I'm getting out of here. I'm heading for New Jersey.
At the light, take a slight right turn onto Ridge Avenue.
You heard GP? She said turn right, so we turn right. So yeah, let me just show you as we go. So when I was in Berlin, stationed in this was Berlin. No, this was when I was in Augsburg, Germany. It's field station Augsburg. Yeah, Augsburg. I just got there, was pretty new, and the whole thing was very interesting. Well, interesting because you're in a gated, secure, walled city. The whole city was occupied, so it's occupied by three forces, and of course, the communists on the other side.
In
so
1.2 miles,
part of Berlin,
turn right onto North Broad Street.
Part of Berlin is communist, and the part of Berlin was what they call democratic, right? Okay. We as military, we lived in the democratic one. It was a U.S. Army, United States, France, and England. They were all represented in that city because it was a divided city, you know. And I believe it was occupied city, so it was controlled by them, but they have their own government and everything. Then this is all changed. It's all changed since the wall came down. You know, they make deals and treaties, whatever. So I'm living in the city, and things happen pretty fast, pretty quick when you're in a city like that, where to go in the city we have to go through all this communist country. We had to drive through it, and then since we occupy the city, but the country belongs to somebody else on a different type of government, they have some deals that we can go in the city as a U.S. members. We can go in and out through their country as long as we keep in a corridor. We drive in to certain roads only, and we have to get to the other side at a certain time. That means, let's say the trip from democratic Germany into democratic Berlin would take, let's say, this is an example, an hour. You couldn't take an hour and a half to get there. No, you have to take an hour, not less, not more. Because if you took less, you were speeding, which is illegal. If you took more, you stopped, which is also illegal. So you had to, before that, you had to fill up at gasoline, make sure the car's okay. If something happened on the way, it could happen, then you have to call. And then they'll come up and show you. If any service member sees another service member that was stuck for some reason in the traffic, by law, he has to stop and aid him and assist him. You do not leave him behind. You do not let him there. You don't just drive through and wait for the AAA to show up because it doesn't show up. You have to wait for him. You have to help him. You have to assist him. Whatever you have to do, but you do not leave him behind. That's the good thing about the military. We did not leave anybody behind. So it's a tense city, you can imagine. A tense city because you have communist, you had a communist government. You had terrorist representation in that city. You had spies also in that city. So you have everything going around. Plus you have your own people, and you don't know who's who and who's on the take and who's not. It was a cold war, but it was very stressful. One day everything was okay. 2 minutes later, you were on alert, a possibility of a third world war. The majority of these things that happen over there, you never knew about it in the news. You as stateside or as civilians, you never knew about this because this did not go to the newspaper, or it went in a different way. It was protected in a different way because, you know, it's incidents and stuff like that. Okay, let me tell you one that they have three towers around the city, and these three towers, it's a watchtower. There you go. Where you had a U.S. service member in one tower. There was 3 towers: Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. 3 towers that would that from there they would look into the communist country from a distance.
past this light. Then at the next one,
around the city, so they can
turn
see
right
at
on
all
North Broad
angles. They
Street.
can see what's going on into that city from these towers. Only in Berlin, you know, in Berlin. And of course, the other side, the communist side, they had their own. When you go in there, they would tell you, like just like the movies, DDR, and they would say, "Welcome to the DDR." But DDR stands for Deutsches Demokratische Republik. It's not democratic. It wasn't then, you know, so it wasn't really democratic. Okay. So you have a service member in each tower. These service members are loaded up with weapons. I'm not sure. I think it was Marines. So, and the other side, you have the other side. You can see when between those two towers, they had minefields and booby traps and stuff, so nobody could escape or nobody could go in. So anybody that goes into there is gonna blow. The chances of blowing up and stepping on a landmine are very high. So this day, this German guy, this was just before they opened the gate. Like, I think they opened the gate a few months after this. That's a pity. A few months after that, that's when they became, they broke the wall down. So this guy's just trying to escape. So he's running through the field. He's trying to go in side to side. He's kind of moving back and forth, you know, trying to make the move. Like you see in the movies, you know, they're trying to get away from the mine because you can see a little hair or something standing up, and he's getting through it. And on the other side, you have the German communist soldier with his weapon aiming at the guy, lock and load, aiming at the guy.
Turn right.
Okay. He's aiming at the guy. You can see the weapon aiming. Let me see if you can see. You can see the weapon aiming, and he's aiming at the guy. You know, he's got him locked there to shoot him. Right? You can see the weapon is low. It's aiming for the feet, for the legs, for the, you know, the butt or something like that. And he's locked up, and he's got aiming, and right there, then he raises the weapon and points to the back. He did not think about it twice, and he shot. Boom! Right in the back. That's international situation. That is basically murder. He went up. The last minute, he was there. Then he went up. Boom! Right in the back. And the other side, there's a Marine. He didn't think about it twice. He just locked and low and shot the other guard right in the chest. Boom! And killed the guard. A communist country. From one tower to another tower. That became an incident, an international incident. We went on alert. They went on alert. We were getting ready to war because a U.S. service member shot a soldier from the other side, which is a completely act of war.
In 3/4 of a mile.
We went on alert. They had tanks looking at us. We had tanks looking at them. We were all ready. This is it. We're going to war. We're in the middle of communist Berlin. They stopped, they negotiated, they spoke, and they brought it down. It was very tense, but then they brought it all down because it's an international incident. But that other guy, that other soldier that died, he violated international law. He could have shot the guy and stopped it, but no, he decided he wanted to go up and get him in the back. He decided to kill him just for the hell of it. So you can imagine how tense that was. This is the days when you're in the military, you get a lot of tense moments. A lot. Let me show you a little bit. Look how nice that looks. Let me show you. You get a lot of intense moments when you're in the military, when you're in a different country. More than, I don't know if you remember that movie 20. I think it was called 24 or something like that with Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland. That he was constantly trying to defuse a bomb, running around, and after everything would happen, another thing would happen, and another. Just the same way it is when you're in a country like that. People don't know it, but it's intense. There was this other time that they were in this was in Germany, the other side, the Democratic side. Of course, they have their police and everything, Polizei. They have their police officers, you know, they have the jurisdiction. We don't have jurisdiction in regular Germany, the democratic Germany, because it's democratic. Berlin we had because it was occupied. But in Germany, the other side of Germany, we don't because it was not occupied. So it was a free country.
Red light, camera ahead.
It was a free country. Red light, camera ahead. So we don't have jurisdiction. One day, they're at a bar.
Go past this light. Then at the next one, use the left lane to merge onto I-676 East.
I hear you, baby. Dude, this is a dude. Some girl changed it, and from then it speaks men. I don't know. Oh God,
At the
this
light, use the left lane to turn left.
Took the wrong light. Turn around again. I'll do some U-turn somewhere, I think. I'll come up with something.
Use the left lane to make a U-turn at Race Street.
I can't make the U-turn.
Right to merge onto I-676 East.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that cart. You see how they make them buck over here, and you can't do that in New Jersey because they're very strict. There's too many laws. Let me see something. How many laws? Hold on. Let me check something here. Hold on.
Proceed to the route.
Yeah. Okay.
In 3/4 of a mile, keep left onto US 30 East toward Ben Franklin Bridge.
Okay. Let's keep doing this because we took the wrong one. So they're in a bar. There's this bar where Americans and Germans, everybody's drinking and whatever. And then this guy starts arguing with an American. They started arguing. This is normal when you're drinking. Of course, people argue and fight, right? And they start arguing and fighting. Well, the German guy has a knife. He pulls out the knife. Okay, let me see what I'm doing here. He pulls out the knife and tries to stab the American soldier. The American soldier was able to pull the knife away from his hands and stab him. He took it away. He was able to stab him.
Half a mile. Keep left onto
in self-defense.
Toward Ben Franklin Bridge.
Shit hit the fan right there and then because somebody called the Polizei, of course. And the Polizei is coming. You can hear their alarms. Somebody calls the Polizei and they're coming at high speed because they want to arrest that GI. They can arrest him because if they grab him first, they can arrest him. At the same time, the MPs are running toward the bar to get that American GI out of there fast. He grabs him. They go real quick and they grab the Americans. MPs grab the guy, arrest him, and take off for the base. You can see the Americans flying with this Homer or something vehicle, MPs, and you can also see that the German guy, the German Polizei, was right behind him, chasing him, trying to catch him and stop him. Remember, at all this time, we were in German jurisdiction, German soil, but U.S. bases are U.S. So they're running. Let me get through this light. Yeah, without getting. They're running. Let me see which I take. Bridge, Franklin Bridge. Then 1, 2, 3, right to the left. Franklin Bridge, Canada. Okay, give me a second here. Trying to figure this thing out. Yeah, I think I got something going on. I think I might be
past
good.
this light. Then at the next one, keep left.
Okay, I wasn't 100% lost. Okay, so they're running, and the MP's right behind.
Use the left 2 lanes to keep left on
of course,
30 East.
The military is doing a very highly coordinated movement. So at every base, you have a vehicle
right turn onto US 30 East.
with a tank fully loaded with, I think it was M60 with some weapons that'll blow the shit out of anything, just in case terrorists try to come in. And the MP's driving to this base at high speed, and this base is
Benjamin Franklin Bridge East.
I think it was a Ranheim Air Force Base. It's an Air Force base that we have, or had, I don't know,
miles,
in Germany.
Right onto I-676 south
So
toward Camden Waterfront.
He's driving in. The MPs go right through the gate, because the gate was already open, waiting for them nonstop. And right behind them comes the German Polizei. Right there and then, the gate closes. Boom! With the tank, and all these tanks are lock and load, pointing to the German vehicle. Because even if it's police, if you even pass that gate, they have authority to blow you up, even no matter what. Once you pass that gate, they can blow you up, and no questions asked. They stopped. They got no choice. The Jeep, the Homer, whatever, loaded up with the service member, just drive into this C-140, I think is the name of the plane, that carries troops and vehicles and stuff, already armed with the back open. The Jeep just drives in, boom, right there it closes, boom, it takes off. That plane takes off in minutes. It's already on its way to America. Of course, then they talk, and the general says he's gonna pay the consequences what he did, but he's gonna pay in American jails. He's going to American court, not yours. So they made some arrangements, and yeah, some people felt pickled about that, but it got done. That guy flew over to the United States. There, he went to court, and then they, present like everything. They presented the proof, whatever they had, and I don't know what happened, if he got incarcerated or not, or if it was self-defense or not. But it's stressful moments like that. One day we're working, and my signals, we're using some communications. The signal is yeah, they give me, yeah. Let me not talk loud about that. Yeah, I gotta change something in my GPS, but I can't now because there's nowhere to stop. I'll do it when I get to the other side of New Jersey. We're working, but something is jamming our signals.
Then use the right 2 lanes to keep right onto I-676 south toward Camden Waterfront.
All we get is that zzz, zzz, like something electronic is damaging the signal, so we can't get anything. We're looking at communication, our radar.
2 lanes to keep right onto
Let me shut
I-676
this baby up until I change it, because she's gonna keep talking. I'm taking a different route. So it gets jammed. All you hear is zzz, 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 zzz. And we can't see anything. We throw a line of sight, because it's to find out. We throw a line, some kind of a signal toward another antenna in Japan and another one somewhere else in Europe, and then they cross each other, and then they narrow down where's the signal coming from, and it was in our own field. In our own field, that's where it was. So like I was saying, the signal's coming. Like, share, and subscribe, people. Like, share, and subscribe. You like the story, you want some, this is real stuff, juicy, fruity. The signal is coming, the jam signal is coming from our field, our antenna field. And we couldn't, so something is jamming it. It's in our property. Oh, I don't know how the rules work, but we send people over, but we also have to send the police, the local police, because it's German or something, they have to go there too. So they go there and we go there, and it was an individual, a man, flying his those little gas-powered airplanes. They do that a lot in our field, which just says it's restricted. Polizei in Germany, they don't play many games. Their weapons are little automatic weapons. They don't play many games. They're rough with their people. They make sure the message gets through. So they go over there, they arrest a guy, but they explain to him what he's doing. It was just a mistake. He went into the area and started playing with his plane there, which he was not allowed to do, and he could read. So they smacked him around. They smacked him around a little bit, like saying, "You stupid or what?" They smacked him around, and the guy's like, "Oh." They slapped him around like, "You idiot," because this could have escalated to something worse if all you had to do is read the freaking sign that says "Do not enter, don't go in." So and then of course he turned off the plane. They broke the plane, or they took the plane. I don't know what the hell they did, because they don't play games. And we continue our work. This is basically just one moment in this type of the military bases. It's very stressful. I suggest everybody should serve one way or another, but it's not a piece of cake. Even if your job is easy, it won't be easy. But you should do it. You should do it because you got to represent. You got to give something back, and make sure when you're protecting the flag, you're protecting your family, your loved ones, your way of life, your belief, It's very important. Like, share, and subscribe. I loved it, every bit of it.